We're back. We're back.
Back at it again.
Back at it again. I don't have the energy for that. Back at it again. Hey, Region Coded Podcast, the podcast where two guys who are way too old to be gamers, according to some people, talk about gaming.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But hey, you know what? It's everyone's got an opinion. But
Right.
yeah, the energy thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you would have asked me yesterday, would not have had it, dude. Would not have had it at all. So let me tell you a bit about what's been going on because
I know what's been going on.
Friday.
I saw you awake in the middle of the night.
Friday. It was a great day for plenty of gaming fans. We had Pokemon news for which I like, but I think for me it was overshadowed by the release of Resident Evil Requiem.
Right.
Which, funny enough, the game didn't come out till midnight, but all day I was just kind of like, yeah, Pokemon news, cool, but Requiem, I cannot wait. And it dropped, and my wife, she was feeling kind of under the weather, and so she went to bed a bit early, and she just knew. She bought the game for me. She knew it was a late Valentine's Day gift. She knew I was not going to bed, but I started feeling a little bit under the weather too. I was like, oh, I think I'm catching whatever she has, and I was like, I have a choice to make right now. I have to be an adult. And I can go to bed like a smart, sane person and probably feel better tomorrow and play it tomorrow. Or, hear me out, I could stay up literally all night and not go to sleep and play the game now and then just hate myself.
Yeah. So I woke up at about 4 a.m. to go to my toddler son's crib, and I saw Tyler online. And so I think I know the answer to which one you chose.
Oh yeah, dude! I started at midnight, and then I passed out on the couch at 9 a.m.
Literally, I was there messaging you about the Pokemon Presents thing, going do you want to watch it together? Do you want to do it solo and everything? He's there going, dude, I've been up all night.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing this. Have at it. Good luck. I'll watch it later.
Yeah, it's there's no way he's watching it with me.
Yeah. No, I felt terrible yesterday, but now I'm good. I got some rest and everything, and I'm ready to do this. So
well, there you go, sorted. So hey, I'm glad you're having fun with your new game, man. I'm glad you're having fun.
Love it.
Oh, love to see it. We don't really have a lot to talk about this week. We've done this thing where we've always done a thing of we're going to try and keep the podcast to around about an hour. That was the thing, right? We're going to try and keep it to about an hour. The first episode was an hour and a half. The second episode, an hour and a half. The third episode, pushing 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, luckily, not much has happened this week in gaming. So,
yeah, we're saving you guys, man. Look, we have a lot of opinions, okay?
We do. Speaking of which, our opinions. Not much has happened to me this week, except for one thing. We sort of share the load. For those who don't know, we sort of share the load when it comes to posting social media clips and that kind of thing of the podcast. So Tyler will post on Instagram, I will post on our YouTube and on our TikTok. And by the way, follow us on all of them. We're delicious.
Please.
But yeah, we posted a clip of the thing we talked about last time about wishing Nintendo had achievements.
Oh man.
Oh my god. The gaming community came out in force, and this is the first post we've done where I could not have seen more of a divide.
Yeah,
if I tried.
It was the most divisive post so far, which is crazy because I was actually gonna bring this up, so I'm so glad that you did. Because when you read the comments, dude, it's insane. There's either super. We've talked about this before. I think we talked about Pokemon, but Nintendo fans as a whole are the best and worst fans.
Oh yeah.
And they're out there, bro. They are out there in the comments, tearing us to shreds about having an opinion that we kind of wish we could have achievements on it.
Right. So, I thought it'd be quite fun if we just sort of skimmed through some of the comments.
Oh, please.
Right. So, I noticed Instagram was the same, but it didn't have as many comments. YouTube Shorts, for the most part, people actually agreed with us. For the most part, they agreed with us. TikTok, my God. My God. So, one person has said, I've loved Xbox since day one, but achievements are old news now. I wouldn't be shocked if the majority wouldn't mind if achievements got scrapped.
L take.
It's
L take, dude.
Okay,
that's an L take.
Let's do L take or W take from Tyler.
Okay,
please.
yeah, that's cool. Let's do it.
Okay, so it's an L take. Why is that an L take?
just because you don't enjoy achievements doesn't mean that there's not a whole like sect of other people. I just think that that's like a really like closed-minded and like, you know, like self-absorbed kind of take. Like, well, I don't care about them, so obviously nobody else does. But there are plenty of people out there still achievement hunting.
Yeah. One interesting thing I found out is that some games on Nintendo do have achievements.
Yeah, in-game achievements specifically. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently Silksong built achievements into their game so that they have it everywhere. So that's cool.
Yeah.
One person said, if Pokemon had achievements, it would ruin my life because I'd never stop playing.
Oh, for a minute I was so confused. I was like, really? But then, okay, you saved it. They had me in the first half, not gonna lie. But then at the end, I was like, okay. Honestly, for me, like W take for them, but like I just don't agree. I think that I would still stop playing. I love Pokemon, don't get me wrong, but I think I do the thing where I go in super hard and I play like for like months on end, and then all of a sudden I'm never touching that Pokemon game again.
Yeah.
Like,
by the way, I'm skimming because this video has hundreds of people weighing in.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. So this person has an interesting take. By the way, none of these are wrong. These are people's opinions.
They're opinions, bro.
You know, we have opinions just like they do. The beautiful thing about opinions, they're not facts, although don't tell some people think they are. So one person said, yeah, let's make Nintendo just like every other company when them being different is exactly why they're still around.
Honestly, L take, right? I think L take. I'm gonna say this, like, and yes, I agree with the theory that Nintendo, you know, like is trying to do things differently, but Nintendo is also kind of hypocritical in the not having achievements thing by saying like, well, we don't want things to be competitive, but yet they're also trying to drive people to play games like Mario Kart, competitive, Mario Party, competitive, Pokemon Battles, competitive. Like they want people to be competitive, but then say they don't want people to be competitive, right? So for me, like, gotta catch them all, right? Like, you know what I mean? Right. It's like, hey, do you have all these Pokemon? Well, these people do, you know what I mean? So
exactly.
I think competition drives sales and it drives intrigue and interest. People want to compete. It is like an inherent thing. You know what I mean? So I think that realistically, Nintendo not doing a thing that other companies are doing that are a positive to me personally makes me think that like I can't say that Nintendo's any better for not doing it.
Makes sense. This next one, I actually reply. I don't reply often to comments.
Oh, okay.
I replied to this giving my own take, so I want to hear your take. Then I'll tell you my take.
Okay.
So they got their money from you when you bought it, regardless how many times you play it. You're not going to actively buy a game generally just because it has achievements.
Did anybody say that we're buying it just because it has achievements? Like honestly, a game having achievements are an optional thing for people to enjoy.
Yeah.
The lack of achievements doesn't change the game for people who aren't going to get them. But the addition of achievements does change the game for the people who are going to get them. So if you don't care about achievements, then why are you worried about it? But for the people who do care about them, it's a positive for us. Yeah. And no, I wouldn't buy a game just because it had it, but it would increase my enjoyment of the game if they did have them.
Interesting, because I've had a different take.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
I said that's untrue because I've actively bought something on Xbox instead of the Switch because I also wanted to get achievements.
Ah, there you go, dude. You avoided buying it on the platform that didn't have it because there is something that you wanted.
And I did Xbox offered. I did it again just shortly after posting that comment because I just bought Dave the Diver on sale on Xbox because I want to get the achievements on Xbox. So
see, I think that's the thing is people who don't care about achievements don't realize how important they are to the people who do care about them. And I think that like the people who do care about them don't necessarily rag on the people who don't care, but the people who don't care seem to be the audience that rags on the people who do care.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that most people generally said the same thing. There were plenty of people who agreed with us. I'm just reading the ones who disagreed because it's more interesting to see a disagreeing take.
There was a hidden comment. Did you see it?
No.
There was a hidden comment from a guy that was like, grown man needs like virtual accomplishments to feel something or whatever.
I just saw it. Grown man needs virtual affirmation from a video game.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I don't. It's nice, but I don't.
Yeah, it's like whatever. Like honestly,
Yeah.
it's another thing that we enjoy about gaming. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But it is
The
what it is, you know.
the last one I'm gonna say I like it because it's a fun thing. It's
Yeah.
like they could literally add, instead of achievements or trophies, they could have stars like in Mario Party.
That would be cool. I think somebody
Mhm.
else said something about Xbox has achievements, Sony has trophies, and they said Nintendo should have medals
Medals,
because it
yeah.
feels more kid friendly. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I like that actually.
Yeah.
Like
So
coins or medals or whatever.
you told me that you'd found the reason why Nintendo don't have them. What's the
Yes,
reason?
yes. Okay, I don't want to paraphrase, so give me one sec. Oh, why Nintendo doesn't have achievements. Here it is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sorry,
Nintendo does
I've got a
not
cough. It might take
have
me with it. I don't know yet.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Okay, so this is what it says. Nintendo does not have a universal system-wide achievement system because their design philosophy prioritizes pure, distraction-free gameplay over external validation. They believe
Okay.
achievements can disrupt the natural sense of discovery, encourage rushing, and create unnecessary competition or feelings of inadequacy among players.
Interesting.
I don't think
Interesting.
it's an entirely wrong like philosophy.
No,
You
I
know,
can see the logic.
yeah, but I also think some of the things that they do within their games create kind of a hypocrisy in that statement.
100%.
Like, so,
I mean, they literally
like,
have party games, which I would argue are the gaming version of Monopoly, like the
right.
video game version of Monopoly. Like Mario Party has probably killed as many friendships as Monopoly has. You know.
Oh, dude, I mean, Mario Party, and like I said before, you have things like Mario Kart that is
Yep.
literally built on just competition.
Yeah.
You have, besides the
Splatoon
party
is
games
a
and all that stuff.
purely competitive game.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a story, but like honestly, it got its like big thing based off of like the online mode. I mean, dude, I love Splatoon actually. That is one Nintendo series that I do genuinely really like,
Yeah.
purely for the online.
So, sorry, just so before I say my next statement,
Yeah.
get called out for what was the statement again?
Uh
Why do they not do it?
oh, because they don't want to encourage competitive atmosphere. They don't want people to feel inadequate among other players by maybe
Okay.
not being able to achieve certain things, and they believe that it disrupts discovery and encourage rushing. So it's like people
Okay.
rushing to get the achievements and not appreciating the overall game.
That's beautifully ironic considering the people who play their games. Partly because of those things, but like there's literally a Mario Maker community where all they do is speedrun Mario levels, right?
That's fair.
And that kind of thing.
That's
Like
fair.
they've got the creativity side there, but it's such an oxymoron sort of thing. Like well, it's like I can see where they're getting at, but the way that their players play contradicts it, you know?
Yeah, I think the hardcore like Nintendo loyalists
Yeah.
are going to defend it, but oddly enough, a lot of them are also the people that, like you said, like try to speed run games or play like randomizers or all
Yeah.
this other stuff to where they're trying to make their own way of achieving new things.
Yeah.
So,
Well, there you go. Well, I mean, fair enough. So, I mean, we do have a little bit of news
yeah, let's
to
see what's up.
talk about.
I think you said something that was like related to what we talked about last time.
Yeah, so you told me that Blue Point studio had shut down.
Yeah,
Who were known for remakes and remasters. So they did like the Nathan
Yeah.
Drake collection. They did what else did they do? They did what were some other ones they did?
Shadow of the Colossus,
Shadow
I
of the
think Demon
Colossus,
Souls.
Demon Souls. Yeah, they were a remaster company.
Yeah.
I can't find any solid confirmation of this, but I found a few websites that seem to be confirming it.
Okay.
That, and this is going to piss off so many From Software fans.
Oh
So
no.
many. According to a report from Bloomberg, they almost were given the reins of remastering Bloodborne.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so crazy because I'm literally like I had this article pulled up to talk to you about.
The same article.
Like it's right in front of me
The same
right
article.
now.
Yeah.
It says Sony was ready to approve a Bloodborne
Yeah.
remake, but From Software turned it down.
Yeah, apparently, uh, Hidetaka Miyazaki, who is
Hmm.
the FromSoft president,
Yeah.
said they didn't want anybody except for themselves remastering it, basically.
Ah.
And
Okay.
so Bluepoint were Sony had apparently proposed that Bluepoint make it, and they said no, we want to be the ones who make it if we make it. But yeah, so that was potentially going to be Bluepoint's next project, but then they were shut down. So maybe this is just spitballing here because there's no confirmation. That would imply to me, based on the way these reports are written, that Sony were going to have Bluepoint do it. FromSoft turned it down, and then they went, "Well, we don't have a point for the studio now, so let's shut it down, save money."
Well, okay, does Miyazaki like or does From Software own the IP of Bloodborne, or is it owned by Sony now?
Without checking, I don't know, but I believe it's a FromSoft like IP that has exclusivity with PlayStation unless they agree to something else, because they were suggesting about porting it to PC. Sony were apparently suggesting porting it to PC as a remaster for PlayStation and PC. So if they had done it, it would have been remastered and released on PlayStation and PC. So I think Sony own the rights to publish it.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
From Software does not own Bloodborne.
Yeah.
It doesn't own the IP. Sony owns the rights,
Okay.
having published the game. Yep. While From Software developed it, Sony holds
Okay.
final authority over future games, remakes, or potential sequels. So
Okay.
good on Sony for respecting Miyazaki's wishes.
Yeah, 100%.
I honestly love that you know what, they didn't take the corporate stance and say, well, it doesn't matter what you want because we own this and we can
Yeah.
do what we want.
Yeah,
So actually, props to Sony for that.
because Bluepoint did Demon Souls, like you said.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're against other people doing it, but I think they
Right.
didn't want Bloodborne touched by anyone else. Which,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough. I apologize again for any throat clearing I do. My son has had a cold and he's passed it on to me. So yeah. I will just have to
Yay.
mute. If you see me doing this, it's because I don't want to break your eardrums on the microphone.
The joys of parenthood, man.
Oh yes, but that's
I
the only
totally get it.
news. That's the only news I had except for Pokemon Day. Did you have anything?
All right. I don't think so. I think I saw something about like Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo. Yeah, part of Koei Tecmo's Team Ninja to be transferred to Atelier Studios.
Okay.
Yeah, so apparently there's like a lot of internal reshuffling going on right now, and part of the Team Ninja thing is going to a different studio. So that's really all I saw. Which I mean, I know Team Ninja, if they're still working on it and everything. I think they were the ones who announced that
Yeah.
there's going to be a Dead or Alive, a new Dead or Alive coming out. So
Okay.
hopefully this doesn't affect what the potential for that could be, because I'm very excited about that.
That could be cool.
But yeah, outside of that, man, not really much that I saw outside of Pokemon Day.
So yeah, the only other thing that I have is a fun thing, which because obviously you're hyped about Resident Evil Requiem.
I am.
Have you seen the initial Steam stats?
No.
So within the first 2 hours of the game releasing on Steam, it had over 270,000 players.
That is amazing.
That's very successful.
Yeah.
For the first 2 hours, that is really successful.
I mean, it's a beloved series. I think the people who have been with it since the beginning, typically are still big fans. The people who got onto it later, a lot of them are still very into it, even throughout the differences in the gameplay styles. And really, I think that there are still plenty of people who are still interested in just getting into it for the first time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I have
great.
almost the entire collection. I just haven't played it because I saw 1 or 2 winters ago for the winter sale. I saw they were all like dirt cheap. They were like £6 or £7, like $8, $9 or something like that each. I was like, oh, absolutely grab all of them because it was the remaster and everything. So I mean, I may jump into it at some point.
I really hope so. They are great games. I will say some of the older games, even though they have remasters, do still suffer from, I guess, like being a product of their time.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I still think that they hold up fairly well in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah. Would you say to go in number order or release order?
Ooh,
because there's Resident Evil 0, right?
Yeah, there is 0, and 0 did come out later as like a prequel.
But would you start with 0?
I personally like, if you want to kind of jump in like and kind of go off the deep end, I do think 0 is almost like throwing you to the wolves a little bit.
Okay.
Because it is there are different mechanics in that game that I think inherently make it a little more difficult. But if you play 0 first, at that point, I think that you're prepared for, like, you're over prepared for 1.
When would you put 0 if you don't do it first?
Probably second, because the gameplay of the remakes, the remakes at this point, like Resident Evil 2 and 3 and all this stuff, just have an entirely different like play style and different mechanics, different engine. So I think if you play 1 first, play as Jill, because she is like the easy mode sort of thing. Okay. And then you can play as Chris because he's like the harder campaign.
Right, they've got different campaigns, haven't they?
Yeah, 2 different campaigns. And they're not long. You can get through them in like probably 2 or 3 sittings if you just grind it out. And then then go and play 0, because at that point you'll probably be used to the fixed camera angles, the different style of controls and stuff like that. Okay.
Well, I mean, they'll have to wait, because I did think so. You mentioning backlogs got me wondering about my backlog, right? And so I had to make a list of games, not that I own that I've not played, but games I own that I've not played that I want to play, because otherwise this list would be even bigger, right?
Right.
I went through, because obviously the thing that I do, for those who don't know, is I play games and then I review them, right? That's my stick, that's my thing, as well as also doing Pokemon stuff on a different channel. So Pokemon and then playing games and reviewing them. So obviously I have to play the games first. I've made a list of all the games I have that I want to play that I haven't played yet. There's some things that, like, some people who watch me will know, like, I've been working my way through the Final Fantasy series for the first time ever. Yeah. So I've got Final Fantasy 13, 15, and 16 left, and then I'm done. With the main series, not with, like, the sequels and the spin-offs and stuff. Or I've got, like, the Assassin's Creed franchise that I've got to keep working my way through. I've not included the Resident Evil games on here because I feel like they're their own beast that I need to tackle in my own time, sort of thing.
That's fair.
Just out of the games that I've listed, how many, if you had to spitball, how many do you think I have that I own that I have yet to play, so that I can, well, 1, have played them, and 2, be able to, like, review them and stuff?
Counter question: is this only on Steam or is this multiple platforms?
We can go platform by platform if you want.
But
we can just do total. So for reference,
yeah, just total. I just wanted to make sure that there were, like, it counts all of them.
I'm not including old consoles. I have Steam, Switch 1 and 2, Xbox, and PS5. I'm not including PS4, PS1, or anything like that, because otherwise I'd be here forever. Because I have pretty substantial.
The first number that popped in my head. Was 40.
Aim for the stars, my guy.
Oh gosh, 112.
A little higher.
Really?
I currently have, and these are just games I want to play that are on the modern consoles. I have 136 games. So I think Resident Evil may have to wait.
Hey, you could look at it this way, though. Since it's popular right now, you could make a I played Resident Evil for the first time video.
It's true.
And that would probably do really well on YouTube right now. Because people are looking at Resident Evil content.
That is very true. That's very true. I mean, I did similar for Brotato. Brotato has got a new DLC coming out. I did similar for Brotato. When Fable got announced, I did something for Fable. So yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. I'd have to go and buy the game, though, and it's like the one Resident Evil I don't own. So,
which one?
The new one, Requiem. It's the one that I don't own.
Oh, Requiem? Yeah. I mean, even if you start at the beginning for the ones that you do own, I think people in general are just looking at Resident Evil content, and it's that like basically cashing out on the relevance.
True. But yeah, I have 136 that I've not played yet. And these are some big titles. This is like God of War Ragnarok and Spider-Man 2 and like
games that are going to take like 30 hours.
There's some that take 30 hours. But like, don't forget as well, I've had this thing. It's a wonderful thing to have, but I have this thing where I'm constantly getting emailed by like indie devs and stuff like that, going like, can you play our game, sort of thing. You've played a few with me. Like we played the first half of Storefront together, which was really fun. And like, the horror game inside the shopping center.
Dude, that game was so fun. It had like a weird, like Wallace and Gromit sort of like claymation. And but it was like a really spooky sort of game, and it was fun. It was really fun.
We've played the first 2 chapters of that. The other 2 are coming out later this year, so I'm not going to talk about that until it's done. But like, I get contact constantly. It's literally like today I've agreed to like 3 more games. So that's 139. You know, like
man,
it's one of those. It's like, oh my god. So yeah, as much as I'd love to play Resident Evil and give it a proper go, my god,
that's fair.
But I think that's a gaming thing in general, isn't it? By having just a massive backlog of games.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, oh no, my lobster is too buttery. You know what I mean? I have too many games to play.
Oh no, drops all the money on the floor. Kind of. Yeah. I will say some of these games I've owned them for like nearly like 10 years and I've not played them. It's not like I bought 100 odd in a year.
Right, of course. It's just an overtime thing. Steam has a sale. You see a game where you're like, oh, I wanted to play that, and it's like $2 or whatever.
Yeah, the number of like friends I have who read books who have like a forever growing to be read pile. It's that kind of thing. But yeah. So Resident Evil, that's 270,000. It's impressive, man. It is impressive.
Love it. So happy for them.
It's great to see. Especially horror. I'd imagine horror's not as popular as other genres.
I mean, there was that time period where it was like super popular on YouTube, when like Markiplier and like Jacksepticeye, all these people, PewDiePie, whatever, they were all playing like indie horror games and stuff like that. It was super popular then. I feel like it like peaked and then leveled out and kind of like sustained. But I think obviously the other like first person shooters and all that other stuff definitely are a bit more popular, like the arena shooters and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Horror in general has got quite a niche audience. Like, have you seen? This is outside of gaming, but it relates to gaming in a minute.
Yeah.
Is it Scream 7 has come out? Yeah.
A new Scream movie,
which has what's his name? Matthew Lillard. It's Shaggy in the live action Scooby Doo.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard. Yeah,
Matthew Lillard. Yeah, great actor. Love him. But
amazing.
Like, he's so good as Shaggy in the live action, right?
Yeah.
McKenna Grace, who's in Scream 7, has just been cast as Daphne in the new Scooby-Doo movie that they're making.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're just...
Yeah.
All right.
But like when I saw it, it's a Netflix live action series that they're doing, right? But when I saw it, my instant thought was the Scooby-Doo games. Have you played any of them?
Yes, there was like a Super Nintendo one I had years ago that like I liked that one a lot, and then there was one other one I played in like the PS2, Xbox, GameCube era.
There's a few that are quite famous. I played one. It was one of the games I did for like a retro month sort of thing I was doing, which is one of the worst games I've ever played. Which was Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
Oh, wow.
It's so bad.
That's like PS1, dude.
It's PS1, yeah. It's so bad, the lip syncing doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
No.
Like, they say something, and then the mouth moves. Right?
Oh, gosh.
And it's not like they're dubbing it into a different language. It's English. Right?
It's an English game, right?
And it's so bad. And, like, it's one of those games where in the very beginning, for the first couple of levels, every like 5 steps you get your phone go brr, brr, and it's like a tutorial.
Oh gosh.
And it's like every like 5 steps. It's so I'm not even exaggerating.
That's like modern gaming, dude.
I'm not I'm not even exaggerating. Speaking of, have you seen the video of the guys who have dubbed over what Legend of Zelda, like Twilight Princess or something like that, or Majora's Mask would be like if it was modern gaming?
No, I haven't seen that. I'll have to look at it.
It's literally non-stop yapping. Right? It's like, hey, a secret key. Hey, Link, you found a secret key. It's just, yeah, it's so bad.
I found the Scooby-Doo game. I found it. It was Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. It was in 2002.
That is infamous. That is an infamous game.
Yes.
I've had so many people ask me to play that because it's infamously hard / bad.
I don't remember too much about it. All I remember is like you're being outside of like a big mansion or whatever. That's all I really remember. But I played it like years ago. Like I was probably like 10.
There you go. There you go. We may have to, when the Scooby-Doo Netflix show comes out, we may have to review Scooby-Doo games.
Yeah, I'm so down.
But that's
so fun.
That's it, man. I mean, we should probably move on to the big chunk, which is Pokemon. Pokemon Day.
Yeah.
For those who somehow I don't know, Pokemon has its presents, which is like its showcase sort of thing, every February. And this year was the 30th anniversary. Pokemon's 30, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy to me that it came out like 30 years ago. But like I can say, like I remember being about that age, vaguely remember, obviously, because I was like 3 or 4, and getting like Pokemon VHSs like to rent from like a Blockbuster and stuff like that, and playing the Game Boy games for the first time. So
I remember watching there was a show on TV when I was a kid called SMTV Live, which is Saturday Morning Television Live. Where it was a kids show sort of thing, where one of the cartoons that they'd show was Pokemon, and it was it was like the OG Pokemon. It's like Indigo League, the original.
Right.
Like it was, it's the fact that it's 30 is wild, but we're still older than it, man.
I know.
Yeah, it's just more of a reminder that we're old.
Yep.
But I mean, they announced a lot. Before we talk about it, what would you give this as a rating out of 10 for the presents?
Okay, so
in terms of like how satisfied you are.
Upon like review, I would probably give it like a 7. Like I feel like it was average. I feel like it wasn't bad. There are obviously certain things I'm not gonna care about like in the reveal, but I think the things that they did reveal that did interest me were better than probably the past several Pokemon Directs or Pokemon Presents or Pokemon Days. So I feel like it's the best one we've had in a while, but it still wasn't this stellar knocked out of the park thing.
Yeah, I think I'm not far behind you. I think I'd give it a 6.
Yeah.
Because it was better than the usual.
The bar was pretty low.
The bar was pretty low. It was better than the usual stuff we get for Pokemon Presents.
Yeah.
But it like I said, it didn't wow me or anything like that.
Yeah.
In fact, it was so predictable that I quite literally predicted it before it happened. Because I turned around, I was watching it with some people in my community and everything, and before it started, I said they're going to do this, and this, and it literally tick, 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 like
right.
But yeah, I mean, they gave us the Pokemon fans are eating quite well, you know. They're eating better than the Legend of Zelda fans. So for those who don't know, while Pokemon has turned 30 this year, Legend of Zelda has turned 40 this year.
Yeah.
And
what did they get?
To quote the TikTok video that I saw explaining it, to celebrate Zelda turning 40, Nintendo announced the remaster of Fire Red and Leaf Green coming to the Switch.
Yay!
Which I mean, I may have said that last time, but I still think it's hilariously bad that Zelda got nothing. Zelda has gotten absolutely nothing. I know they had that like sequel prequel sort of like Xenoblade kind of like game that came out. That came out. But they've not really done anything for the 40th. But hey. Sucks to be a Zelda fan, I guess.
I guess. I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm the most casual like of Zelda fans, dude.
Oh, I've played one. I've played the Link's Awakening remake on the Switch. And
See, I played like the original Zelda. I played, Link's Awakening DX on the Game Boy. I played
the original one,
Yeah, I've played like Seasons and Ages,
Okay.
and A Link to the Past. So I mean, I've definitely played like some Zelda games,
Yeah,
but like it's just not a series that I have found myself like stuck to. But
that's
it was
fair.
cool. I liked it.
I have 3 Zelda games on my to play list where I have Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess on the Wii, and I have Breath of the Wild
Yeah,
because I've not played them yet. The
yeah.
problem is they're really long. They're really long. But I do want to play it. But I mean, you got to feel for the Zelda fans a little bit,
Oh, I
like
do. I
like
definitely feel bad, man, because
yeah,
like they were probably, like doing like fake leaks and anticipation and all
right,
this other stuff, and then like it
nothing.
happens and they're like nothing.
You get nothing. Oh goodness me! It's
Good
literally
day to
like
you, sir.
all I could think of was the Brooklyn Nine-Nine meme where Peralta wakes up in the bed and goes like, "Good luck, I'm already dressed," and and so like, "What? So am I?" It's like, "Well, I've made breakfast," and he pulls the thing down the plate. So it's like, Where's my eggs?" All I just imagine is Pokemon being in the corner going, "In my belly," like sort of thing. Like it's just so bad that they just here's Pokemon, Zelda, piss off kind of thing,
Yeah, which like to be fair, I feel like is kind of a win for Pokemon fans though. Like you said, they're eating good because like I think other times some Nintendo IPs get like prioritized.
They do.
And so like it's a win for them.
It is. It's a win for one, a loss for the other.
Yeah.
Should we get into it?
It didn't have to be that way.
It didn't have to be that way. Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it, man.
Okay, so I'm going to run through the list of what was announced. If you want to talk about something in depth, just get
Yeah.
talking. Okay, so the very first thing that was released was Pokemon Red and Blue Game Music Collection, where it's a little toy Game Boy where you can put the cartridges into the Game Boy and it plays a song from the series, and there's 45 of them to collect or buy or
Yeah.
whatever. You're rubbing your
Yeah.
hands. Are you excited about that?
I'm not excited, but like I think it's a cool little novelty item. I think the design is fantastic. I love the fact that like the Game Boy has a transparent screen and the front of the cartridge is like the game itself, but on the back
Yeah.
of it, it's a scene from the game. So when you put the cartridge in, it looks like that
Yeah.
scene and it's going to play the song from that. I think it's such a cool design. I think it's great. I love the soundtrack for that game. And as a collector's item, very, very cool. As a musician, like very
Yeah.
cool. It reminds me though of like, do you remember what hit clips were?
No.
Okay, so they were a thing. It was around 2000, around the 2000s. I think it
Yeah.
says like 2004. They were a popular like little like wearable thing. It was like a little boom box,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
got these little like cassette
Yeah,
things that you could
yeah.
stick in there, and it would play like a couple seconds of like a song.
Yeah, I
and
know that.
it just kind of reminds me of that. But
So when
yeah.
I watched it, I watched it a second time with my wife, who is a Pokemon fan, but she's not massive as a fan.
Right.
She turned around and went, "Well, that's just a dust collector." Right.
Fair.
Because
I get it.
It's just a collectible that you're gonna like it, you're gonna use it for like a week or two, and then it's just gonna sit on your shelf and gather dust. You know?
Yeah.
And
Most collectibles are though, right?
most collectibles are. I have a question for you as a music
Yeah.
lover. Do you think it would have made more sense for them to release game-specific CDs and vinyls instead? So like a collection of vinyls and CDs for each generation.
As a vinyl collector, I would have spent a ridiculous amount of money on an official like Pokemon vinyl release.
Like imagine like a vinyl cover where it's the Pokemon red and
Yep.
blue thing on the front and all that
Yep.
kind of thing.
No, I would have spent stupid amounts of money on that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fun fact, this is outside of the I guess it's kind of tied to gaming. So I was very into this niche underground like genre when I was in high school called Nintendo Core. And it's
I've heard of it.
basically
I've heard of it.
it's basically like just people using like chip tunes and like electronic 8-bit stuff and then mashing it with like metal or whatever.
Yeah,
And then so I was super into it, still like has a huge love for me. And a couple years ago there was an artist who did a re-release of one of their like groundbreaking sort of Nintendo Core albums. It was great for the genre. and it was a super limited release.
Nice.
I ended up buying a second-hand one, and it is the most I've ever spent on a vinyl.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie to you, it was like $500 for one vinyl, dude.
Oh my God.
Like, and
Wow.
and like,
Okay.
I was like, I have to have, like, I was so into it, dude. So just to give like a perspective on if I really want a vinyl, dude, like I would have bought it.
Wow, that is a lot. That is a lot.
Yeah.
But no,
So
I get
Pokemon, they need to do it, man. Just saying.
Yeah, it would be great.
Vinyl collectors will spend money.
It would be great. Speaking of Pokemon music, have you ever seen? It's like a 3-video series. It's called something along the lines of like video game medley or something like that, where it's a composer who's written obviously sheet music and everything for 3 different themes of gaming, and he's got like a proper orchestra and everything doing it and all that kind of thing. Have you seen it as a series?
No, but that sounds super cool.
I would love to find some way. Copyright's going to be an issue, but to find some way to show you that 3-video series and just get your thoughts on it, because it is so good. It's so good.
Is copyright an issue on Patreon?
No, we could do a Patreon. We were talking about when we're larger do Patreon, but hey, we could do that.
There we go, dude.
We could do that. There you go. Maybe you guys let us know if you'd like us to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So next thing was Pokemon XP and the Pokemon World Champions is taking place at the same time in August. It's always cool.
Cool. I mean, for me, I don't really play the card game or like I'm not a competitive battler or anything, but super cool for everyone who's going to be there. The fact that they got a convention center that's like 3 times the size of like the one they had last year is awesome. Glad to see it's growing. Glad to see more people are taking part. Glad to see that the scalping community has not destroyed like the love for the card game and stuff like that, and the accessibility to the extent where it keeps people from being able to do stuff like this. So, W for that, honestly.
Speaking of,
we need more live events.
Speaking of scalping, that like cartridge collection thing is going to get scalped to oblivion.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's probably already sold out, and it's I mean, it is what it is. But I am a big fan of live events as a performer and stuff like that. I think we need more live events. We need more people to not be on their phones at the live events and actually be part of the moment. And I love the fact that they're doing this, and I hope everyone who goes has a great time, man.
Yeah. One of the one of the things that's further down the list, but it's relevant to now. Obviously, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green has come out digitally on the day Pokemon Presents. You do the thumbs up. So my wife has bought it.
Oh no!
I'm literally sat there going like, no, I'm not going to spend my money on no. And I just hear the brink. I just turn around and go, are you kidding me? So I think
we've like ragged on it so hard in like the top 10 anime betrayals.
Right.
Like
she's there going like, I haven't played Gen 1. I don't know. I want to experience it.
Okay.
She started with Sword and Shield, which is the second newest generation. So she was like, I've never played Gen 1. I want to give it a go. I was like, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, so the question related to scalping with Fire Red Leaf Green. There is a physical version of the game being released in Japan. So
really?
Yeah, so the Fire Red Leaf Green re-release on the Switch, there is a physical version of it being released in Japan. It is still just an empty cartridge, so you download.
Oh, wait, I did see this.
Yeah, but I have a suspicion, because Pokemon famously hate scalpers, right? Do you think that they didn't release the physical copy worldwide because they knew scalpers would just swallow it up?
I don't think that. I think that was a benefit. I don't think it was the reason. I think honestly it was to keep production costs down and maximize profits.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I really, because the Japanese one,
at least.
The Japanese one is basically the empty boxes that just reflect the Game Boy Advance cases, and it's the 3 starters in the box, the little orbs, right?
The little orbs,
yeah, dude, really cool,
so cool
little collectible. And actually, this is another thing I want to touch on. Why don't we get cool pre-order bonuses anymore?
Have you seen the pre-order bonus for Pokopia?
No. Oh no. Hold on. Pokopia.
It's an in-game Ditto rug. It's an in-game Ditto rug.
Wow.
We will
Very
talk
cool.
more about Pokopia because Pokopia was one of the two big announcements, I'd argue.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll get into it.
We'll get into that later. But yeah, an in-game Ditto rug was the pre-order bonus for Pokopia. So, hey. Okay, so Pokemon Go felt very much like Zelda, where it was sat in the corner going, "What about me?" Because it's its 10-year anniversary, and they did nothing.
They were basically just like, hey, here's an event with Pokemon that have already been out.
Yep.
There you
we're
go.
We're gonna bring some Pokemon back for it. It's like, okay, cool. The Pokemon trading card game announced a 30th anniversary release, but they didn't tell us anything about what it was going to be.
I think it just said coming 2026. Like, great release, dude.
Cool. So glad to know nothing about what you're releasing. Pokemon Masters EX has its 6.5-year anniversary. I thought that was weird that they pointed that out.
6.5.
Yeah. Where quite cool. They've added the OG like red and blue sprite for red, which is quite cool. And I believe actually Fatchi was in it as well, like Chunky Pikachu.
I actually love this. I am such a big Ken Sugimori like fan, like as far as like the original art style. So to see them be able to take the, you know, original art style, the watercolor like stuff, and then turn it into like this 3D model shows me that, hey, it is possible that we could have gotten, and in some other alternate universe, a remake of Red and Blue in this art style. And I would pay absurd amounts of money for that. I'm going to be honest with you.
It's interesting how the mobile games are always showing stuff that we could have. Because Masters EX is also one of the few Pokemon games that has some semblance of voice acting.
It does, yes. It has voice acting in it. Yep.
Like, even Red, the silent protagonist, talks.
Yeah, he has a voice. And it's wild to me. Yeah. But I absolutely adore this. For like a split second, and it really was just a split second, I was like, do I want to play Pokemon Masters? And I was like, no, I don't. But like,
no, you don't. You don't.
I don't. But like, I absolutely love this, and I think it's one of the coolest things that they did.
Yeah, they're adding other people as well, but the Red and Pikachu was the highlight of it. Yeah.
Pokemon Sleep news, dude.
Oh, dude, they've added Mew. Like that's their 30th anniversary. We're gonna add Mew. I know one person who will be exceptionally happy about that because her favorite Pokemon is Mew. Other than that, I don't think anyone cares. I know one or two people who use Pokemon Sleep. I personally don't see the point for me. But if you enjoy it and you find a benefit with it, great.
Look, I am terrible at sleeping. It's bad for me.
Pokemon Cafe Remix was also there.
It was also there.
I mean, they're having a roundup of like partner Pokemon. So like they're doing like a special thing with all the original starters sort of thing. Yeah. But like that's it.
I think they get like special outfits or something.
Yeah, Pokemon Unite has done something pretty cool. They're bringing the OG legendary birds to the game. That's pretty cool.
Dude, actually is very cool. I don't play Unite anymore. I played it for like a week when it first dropped, and I haven't touched it since. But very, very cool that they're bringing in the original legendary birds.
So I don't play Pokemon Unite for a specific reason. I used to be really into MOBAs. I was League of Legends. I was lots of other really smaller games that you wouldn't really know of unless you're big into MOBAs and that kind of thing. And so I saw Pokemon MOBA, and I went, "Oh God, no! I would. You'd never see me again."
he exercised the most restraint.
Oh yeah. The Pokemon Unite and Satisfactory are the two biggest, like, holding back, going, don't do this because you will never be seen again, sort of thing.
Understandable.
Because I love micromanagement sims, and Satisfactory is the best one, apparently, and it's like, I'm not going anywhere near that.
Yeah, I need to stay away from that then. I need to stay away.
Yeah. But yeah, so them adding the legendary birds is cool. TCG Pocket still exists and is having yet another special edition pack come out.
All right, so for people who play TCG Pocket still, right? Because I played it honestly for a couple months. For a couple months, I played it and then I stopped. What do you do on the game still? Do you just open it and rip packs and that's it, or do you actually still participate in battles? Like I know
Yeah.
what you can do in the game, but people who are still playing, what keeps you playing the game? Because honestly,
It's got to be the
I
ripping,
fell
right?
off.
It's got to be the ripping.
I just fell off, and it was mainly because I just felt like events were recycled with just a different card or whatever. There wasn't anything that was fresh or new.
I stopped
Yeah,
playing it when I noticed how quickly they were releasing new packs,
yeah,
because it was becoming almost impossible to keep up
yeah.
without spending money. Obviously, that's what they want you to do.
Of course,
Right.
yeah. That's their goal.
But like, when I stopped playing it, they had battling. They had just introduced trading, I believe.
Yeah.
But that's basically when I stopped. So I don't know what's still going on with it. If people still love it, that's great.
Oh, for sure. I'm just curious from that perspective. It's no shade to them. I'm just genuinely curious, like, what drives people to keep playing it at this point?
The thing that always annoyed me about it is there's already a video game trading card game. There's Pokemon, the trading card game. That's
Yeah.
why they've had to call it TCG Pocket.
Pocket,
Because
right.
it's different, right? And the thing I always liked about the trading card game, the PC version of the trading card game, was whenever you open up Pokemon packs, there's like that QR code with a code.
Yeah.
You redeem that code in the game and you get a free booster
Yep.
pack. Like that was cool, right?
It was very cool.
That's
I
cool.
wonder why they haven't done the same for Pocket, like, to be able
I think
to.
they're just trying to keep it as its own thing, a new way to make money, I guess.
I guess I know Pocket. I mean, I don't know the player base for both. I don't know which one's more popular. I know which one was more sensational for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think it would be cool to, like, if you go and buy a pack, be able to possibly get some hourglasses or something for
Yeah, but hey, I
TCG
mean,
Pocket.
they're having 30 days of gifts to celebrate 30 years of Pokemon. So I mean, hey, maybe now's the time to get back
That
into
is
it.
cool. Maybe
That's
I'll
cool.
hop on and rip some
Yeah.
packs, for the quick serotonin boost or whatever. You know
Hell
what I
yeah,
mean?
hell yeah, get that dopamine.
Yeah, quick dopamine hit, dude. Let's go.
But hey, you know how we were saying about how Fire Red Leaf Green? Surely they could have released that on that Game Boy Advanced emulator that they have.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is coming to the GameCube Classics emulator in March.
Oh really? Huh. So they do know that
do know.
there's an emulator.
Yeah, because the GameCube emulator, if I'm not mistaken, now has Stadium, Coliseum, and now it's going to have XD Gale of Darkness.
Yep, N64 has Stadium. They have XD Gale of Darkness, and the Game Boy one has the Game Boy trading card game. Speaking
Oh.
of trading card games,
So they can do it.
they can do it,
Oh,
and
cool.
I get it. I know home
We get it.
compatibility,
We get
but
it.
guess what?
It's not there
home
yet.
isn't compatible with it right now.
It's not there yet. I loved when they did the Fire Red Leaf. So they announced for the second time that Fire Red Leaf Green is out on the eShop and everything.
Yeah.
And they said, we know you want to be able to access home with it. It's coming soon. It's like,
They've done this historically though.
They do
Like
it
this
every
has been a
time.
thing that they have done.
but
just
do it on release.
yeah.
Just do it on release. It's so stupid.
I think it's because they don't want people transporting stuff into like the game, and then you like being able to just like blow through it without playing it the
will-
traditional way.
It will be because historically there has always been a way for people to clone Pokemon.
Yeah,
People have found a way to clone Pokemon, so I guess they hold off on it so they can fix those inevitable bugs before they do it. But no.
I will say another cool thing though is the home compatibility with Champions, which we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, Champions is coming out in April.
I'm actually kind of stoked about this because I was somebody who got really into competitive battling in the like
Yeah.
X and Y and Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby era.
Yeah. It's interesting.
So I
interesting.
do want to give this a shot because I just don't, and I know they've made it easier and easier, but I just don't really have the time to commit to like raising and turning these Pokemon into these competitive things and building teams and testing whatever. So like I'll still play Showdown occasionally because I'll just like random battle or something. But I think depending on how Champions handles this and everything, it might be something that I do spend some time on.
It feels like it's potentially them trying to answer Showdown. Right?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like them going like, hey, we know you guys all use this like non-official website. Maybe use our thing.
It does feel like the answer to Showdown, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. The only other thing other than the big news is Legend ZA has now gotten Mega Garchomp Z. Yay. Woo woo woo. If you hey, if
It's
you're
cool.
it's
Like, but
cool.
like, I mean, I still look. Raichu is literally in my top 3 favorite Pokemon of all time. I still have not bought the DLC
No, that's fair.
because
Well, even though you could
there's
get
nothing about it.
Gorochu's not Gorochu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if they would have just made Gorochu, I would be so happy, bro. I would be so happy.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Gorochu was a proposed third stage for Pikachu, but they thought it was too weird to have a stone evolution followed by a regular evolution, and so they didn't do it. One of them, is it X or Y? One of them looks like Gorochu.
Yeah.
So I guess that's their thing for it. But yeah,
I
so
guess so.
we've got 2 things left to talk about. Pokemon
Yes.
Pocopia, and then the secret final thing that was released. Pokemon Pocopia, can I just don't want to talk about this too long because honestly
Yeah.
I've got nothing but bad to say about it. To me, if you love cozy games, I'm sure you'll adore it. But
Yes.
to me, it just looks like Minecraft and Animal Crossing had a baby.
Accurate.
To the point where their big announcement, their big update for Pokemon Pocopia was to announce that there's going to be a stereo version of Rotom that can play different CDs, right, of classic Pokemon music. To which I went, you mean the record player in Minecraft?
I mean, it's definitely it looks exactly like you've described it. It is a
Yeah.
Minecraft aesthetic, you know what I mean, with like Animal Crossing gameplay.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a lot of people who absolutely love that to the moon and back. And for you guys, I'm happy for you.
Fantastic.
But
You eat that meal. Like
but
it does have a story.
$70 is not it for me, dude.
It does apparently have a 20 to 30 hour story, supposedly. But
Okay.
but like I'm there going, ugh. Like even when I was watching the trailer, I was like, they're showing this cave leading to where Stereo Rotom is, right? I'm there going, that legitimately just looks like cobblestone from Minecraft.
Yeah.
It just looks like cobblestone from Minecraft. I'm just looking at it going like, how are you, the people who are suing Pal World, shamelessly doing this?
Yeah.
Like shamelessly doing it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's one of those where like I genuinely think I love cozy games, I love crafting games, I love all that kind of thing. The only thing that's making me not want to play the game is the price. The price.
I would agree.
I think if it was like 40, I'd probably.
Oh, I'd
get
buy it immediately. I'd buy it
get
immediately if it was like $40. The fact that it's, I mean, and I get it. I know we've talked about it like a 20 to 30 hour story or whatever, but I mean, realistically, for me, this price point does not make sense. For other people, I'm sure they're going to absolutely love it. I am on the fence about cozy games. I kind of like them. You know what I mean? Just depends. But I mean, when it comes to, Minecraft, I've never really been able to get into it.
Yeah.
And throwing a Pokemon skin over top of it might not cure that for me. So I'm cautious.
So Animal Crossing, which it's very clearly taking heavy inspiration from, came out for 50, I believe. It came out for £50. I think this
so.
is. I think when you convert it from dollars to pounds, it's gonna be like £65, something like that. But it's still way more than Animal Crossing, and it's just Animal Crossing Pokemon. And so I'm just there like, I think it's too expensive. If it is $70, it's too expensive for me.
Well, it's a Switch 2 exclusive, correct?
I believe so. Yes.
So
Which is
finally
something I'd like
we're
to
getting
talk to you
Switch.
about, but we're starting to fall into that hour and a half territory again. So we'll hold off on that for another day.
Yeah, all I'm saying is like I'm glad we're finally getting some Switch 2 exclusives to an extent. I don't know if it should be. We'll get into that discussion another time, but I want to say that like, I mean, right now, New Horizons Switch 2 edition is $65.
So it's going to be a little bit more than the Switch 2 version of Animal Crossing.
Yeah. So I just wanted to point that out. $65 for a game that is 4 or 5 years old or
It's
something
the
like that.
Switch 2 version though, right?
Yeah, and I just don't know if what they've done differently in the Switch 2 version
Just
of.
improved the graphics and added a few quality of life things. That's all
So,
they've really
I
done.
mean,
okay. Fair enough.
but people who do own it probably do get an upgrade at like a cheaper price. So
Probably. And Animal Crossing pretty regularly do updates. You know,
Yeah, they're
added,
still updating it.
yeah,
So
they just did one recently.
yep.
Okay,
Just something to think about.
Yeah,
Anyway,
the last thing. Are you ready to talk about it?
yeah. Actually, I am.
I knew it was coming before it even started. I said we're gonna get mobile games. We're gonna get something about Pokemon Pocopia, and then we're gonna get teased for Gen 10.
Yeah, we talked about it last podcast, and
Yeah.
that we agreed that this is going to be the format.
Yeah.
Was just like that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I will say the only thing that I think I talked about possibly being there that I didn't see was potential anime news.
Yeah, we didn't really see anything about that.
No, and the only thing we didn't talk about was Champions, which like is both a mobile and like Switch game. But I think we can kind of.
I kind of forgot.
I did too. I did too. Yeah.
But yeah, they've
outside of that, we pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, they've teased Gen 10. It turns out all of the leakers were correct.
Yes.
It is called Pokemon Winds and Waves. It looks like it's going to be set in Polynesia, sort of thing, like the Polynesian Islands, or that general area. Like, think that I don't know the exact area because they've not stated it, but like anywhere below mainland Asia down to Australia, that sort of region. What do you think? I will point out, I had to point this out to a few people. It said not in-game footage when it showed it. That's key to remember when you're looking at this going, look, it looks so sick compared to Gen 9 or whatever. It's not in-game footage.
Exactly. So that is one thing I wanted to say. That it's I don't even know. I mean, I would assume the footage is possibly in engine.
It'll be in
but not in game. You know what I mean? But not actually in game footage. I don't like I don't know if it's, indicative of like what their CG sort of stuff will look like or whatever, their cutscene sort of stuff. But I will say it just looks like Scarlet and Violet again to me, but like just a little bit better.
But with a sprinkling of sun and moon.
Right. And so I'm just I wasn't overly excited. Like when I saw it, I was like, yo, here we go. Like we knew it was coming. And then when it started, I was kind of like, okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's the direction Pokemon's going, I
suppose we should have prefaced this with, if you don't want spoilers of any kind whatsoever, thank you for listening. See you next week.
Yes.
From here on, we're going to be talking about stuff specifically that we saw.
Yes.
So if you don't want to know about it, thank you for listening. Hit that subscribe.
If you don't want to know about it, get off
it
the internet.
So, go have a lovely rest of your day. The starters were only okay for me.
I feel the same way.
Those who don't know, I don't remember their names. I think one was called Brought, which was a grass bird. It's the grass.
He just looks like an angry bird. It just looks like an angry bird.
The internet has memed him very hard.
Yes.
It just looks like an angry bird. They're based on animals from that general region.
Of course.
Right? The second one was a fire type Pomeranian dog. Pomeranian dog, which I think is our first dog starter.
Yes. Interesting though. It very much reminds me of, and so have you ever seen the beta Pokemon from Pokemon like Gold?
Does it look like one of the rejected ones?
It does. It looks like one of the ones that didn't make it from like the Pokemon Gold beta.
Interesting.
Yes. So we've seen them do this before.
Yeah.
So it's it's cool, and it could entirely just be a a coincidence.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
But in Gold version there was a starter. I think that was like a fire starter that turned into. It kind of looked a little bit like Flareon or things of that nature.
Okay.
But but it was like a quadruped poofy fire
poofy
starter.
Sort of thing, yeah.
So
okay, interesting. And then we got our standard amphibian lizard water type.
Gekwa, who is like 90% eyeballs.
he's just a gecko, right? He's a gecko. Now I don't think have we had a lizard water type before? We've had a lizard in Charmander.
Sobble?
He's a frog.
Nah, I can't really think
he's
of
a lizard.
Else.
He's a lizard. No, you're right. He's a lizard. So yeah. No, so yeah, we've had similar. A lot of people have already started doing the thing of like Sobble and Froakie and all that, and to an extent Mudkip and that kind of thing. For that, going like recycling the same idea. People have done with Brought, I think it's called the Bird, where it's just it's just Rowlet and Quaxley and all those ones again, and Torchic and all that kind of thing. For me, I knew it was going to happen, but I've always had a wish that they just try something different with the starters.
Yeah.
Like you want to keep it grass, water, fire, fine, but like do something different. Like have a grass rock type starter, or have like a fire electric starts or something like that. Just mix it up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, there's a meme, and I mean we can show this later, but it says we have winds and waves at home, and it's Rowlet, Fennekin, and Sobble.
That sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it looked nice, but I can't say that because it was not in-game footage. The only other thing that I saw that was new, and for those who are listening, I'm using bunny ears here, the little quote marks.
Yeah,
new was diving. So you're underwater with the Pokemon.
That's not new though. We had dive in Gen 3.
Gen 3 introduced diving, where you'd use the move dive, and then you'd be underwater looking for Pokemon underwater. They've just brought it back. That's all they've done by the look of it. We don't know for sure because they've not shown what you do underwater. They've just shown that there's Pokemon underwater. I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of swimming. Some kind of swimming, or they've, like I said, they brought dive back. You know, the Pokemon uses dive and you swim underwater holding onto them or something. But yeah, so that's the only other real thing that we saw. Apart from seeing some beaches and stuff like that. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't make a huge judgment on it yet because, like you said, we haven't seen in-game footage, and then on top of that, like, I mean, it just, the way it's designed, and that's fine. It's by nature, by design, the way that they're moving forward with Pokemon. It's just looking like that Scarlet and Violet-esque sort of thing, which, like, that's okay. I didn't hate that, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just nothing stood out to me really.
No, I do have a few thoughts that I was like, I'm kind of happy about that, or I'm kind of confused about that. Where they didn't show any new Pokemon except for the starters. I quite like that. One thing that I was like, ooh, how's that going to go down? Gen 3 famously is not very well liked because of the sheer amount of water.
Yep.
Right.
It's already been memed so hard.
They're doing it again, dude. It's called wind and waves. So, you know, you're going to have some water, you know. They're showing off the fact you can swim under the water and everything. I was like, are we just going to do this again?
Pokemon's Twitter account actually
did they meme it themselves?
Yeah, somebody posted like it, and then Pokemon put like 7.8 out of 10 too much water.
Yeah, isn't that famously the review that they got?
Yeah.
Or from like IGN or something like.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Ruby and Sapphire got like a 7.8. Great, but too much water.
Yeah, Pokemon already burning IGN. IGN posted 4 photos of water saying that is a lot of water, and then Pokemon responded with 7.8 out of 10 with a wave emoji.
I mean, respect. You know,
I love it. I think it's so funny.
That's great. So yeah, that made me go like, ooh. Now, it's only a teaser, so we've not seen anything yet. But when they teased Scarlet and Violet, we already had a hint at the terrestrialization, the gimmick for Gen 9.
Yeah, we didn't get anything this time.
I haven't seen a gimmick. And I'm cautiously optimistic that they've finally thrown in the towel on gimmicks. Because for me, gimmicks are one of the worst things to have happened to Pokemon.
Interesting take.
I think it's one of the worst things because, for me, very unpopular opinion. I am aware that this is a very unpopular opinion. I really dislike Megas because I feel like they are unfair because not every Pokemon can do it. And they're also a bit of a pain to remember how that Pokemon changes. Right?
Okay.
Because their stats change and sometimes their typing changes and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Z moves, while funny, were a bit silly. They're kind of like, I was kind of like they were fun, but I'm just like, eh. And again, some Pokemon had special moves and some didn't, but at least everyone could do something. Dynamaxing, again, everyone could do it, but there were some that could Gigantamax, and they're kind of like, eh.
Right.
For me, Dynamaxing is the best of the 4 gimmicks because I feel like it's the easiest to understand because it just makes them bigger and stronger. The Gigantamaxing is the only negative I really had for it, because it's like some get it and some don't. It's a little unfair. And then terrestrialization is a cool idea, but I don't like the way they implemented it.
That's fair.
I just don't like the look of it, you know?
I think it's the ugliest, but I think that genuinely it's probably the best mechanically.
It's the best for competitive, I'd say.
Yes, I think it's the best mechanically, but it is ugliest. But I think the designs of Megas are super cool looking a majority of the time, but I totally understand that, like,
except for things like Pyro.
well, yeah. There are some of them that I'm looking at and I'm like, did you even try?
Oof.
Like,
oof. But yeah, I for me, I don't like the gimmicks. I feel like sometimes they lean a little too heavily on the gimmicks. But hey,
well, when your entire story starts to basically, like, be based around the fact that there's this gimmick in this region, I mean,
I'd say for 3 of the 4, it's been that, hasn't it? The only one that hasn't is Z moves.
Yeah, Z moves didn't necessarily have like an entire basis on it. Like they touched on it, but like Dynamax was like a big thing.
Megas had a storyline, but I don't think it was central to the plot.
Not really, no.
Dynamax was central to the plot.
Yeah. And terrestrialization was pretty close to the plot too.
Well, yeah, because terrestrialization comes from Area 0, and that's the whole point, right? You go to Area 0 and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've kind of started leaning quite heavily on it for the story. But I mean, I know it's an unpopular take. I know people love the gimmicks. But yeah, so I mean, apart from that, didn't really have anything.
Well,
I
guess also no. I mean, like, potential spoilers. Cover your ears or dip.
They've already left.
Well, actually, I don't know, because did you play ZA?
ZA is the first one that I've actively chosen not to play.
Okay, so I won't get too far into it, but like I do think that like it's more leaning on the plot here too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Legends series seems to be story focused anyway.
They are much more story focused.
I really liked Arceus, but everything I saw of ZA, I was like, I'm not going to rush to buy this. And nothing I've seen has made me want to get it.
I like the Arceus gameplay, but it's another one of those games that I feel like suffers from too much like text. Like too much on-screen text.
You know what? Solve that.
Voice acting,
maybe throwing some real human voices in there. Yeah.
Even then, it's just the sheer amount of times that like the game control is taken away from you, and the game has decided we're gonna really push a narrative or some sort of weird gameplay loop where we're just sticking in a bunch of talking that just doesn't need to be there.
So interestingly, that's clearly a new thing for the games. I'd say probably from about Gen 6, 7-ish. Because when my wife started playing Pokemon Leaf Green today, she got past the rival fight, left Pallet Town. She picked a starter, did the rival fight, left Pallet Town. Went, wait, I'm done. I'm done with the tutorial. Yep. It's like pretty much. There's like one more thing, but other than that, you're done. Yeah. And like she went to the Pokemart, lost her temper so much at the fact that he wouldn't sell her Pokeballs. Hilarious. Right, hilarious. She's like, "Do I have Pokeballs yet?" I was like, "No." She went to Viridian City. She went, where's the Pokemart? I went up there. She went in and went, "What are you doing?" It's like, "I'm buying Pokeballs." I went, "No, you're not."
No, you're not. No, you're not.
But then
you're getting a part-time job as a delivery person.
Right. Welcome to Deliver Hoot Hoot. You know.
Yeah.
Like, what she did after she delivered that and got the Pokedex and got some Pokeballs, she was like, "Wait, I'm actually done. This is the tutorial." It's like, "Yeah, you're done.
Yeah,
you're done." Like they've
and
taught
that's
you how
all
to
we
fight.
needed.
Yeah, they've taught you how to fight. They've taught you about the Pokedex. They've given you Pokeballs. You're done.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, but
it is what it is.
Yeah, is it true that with ZA it takes like over an hour to get through the tutorial?
It is. It is actually true. It's not an exaggeration. It's not like a gross like, hey, I'm complaining about this game or whatever. Yeah. It genuinely takes so long before you are given like autonomy in that game.
I know Legends Arceus takes a long time.
Yes.
I know Sword and Shield takes quite a while.
Yeah.
I'd say Sword and Shield's tutorial is done when you hit the wild area. That's when I'd say it's done.
That's fair.
Which is about an hour as well.
I don't see, and I know they're trying to push a narrative, but I just don't see why we need this much. Like, just let me play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, it's like when she was playing Fire Red Leaf Green, there was a thing where in the opening fight, it wasn't in the original games, in Fire Red Leaf Green they added it. When you do your first fight with the rival, Oak chimes in and goes, you've never had a battle before, let me explain to you. And she just went, what do you think I am, a noob? like sort of thing. I was like, no, this is the first game.
True.
This is the first game. Like, technically you've not.
Right.
Technically you've never had a battle before. But yeah, there's too much handholding in Pokemon. I know it's a children's game, but which
children's
again
game.
got those bunny ears going again.
Yeah,
it's a children's game. But yeah, it's one of those where, like, okay, maybe Pokemon is a children's game, but much like My Little Pony, it has a very avid adult audience.
Hey, look, honestly, guess what else was a children's game? Pokemon Red and Blue, and I figured that out.
All right.
Just walk around and press A a lot.
I figured it out. A discussion that I want to have at a later date with you is whether games have gone too easy.
I would love to. I would love to talk about that more. And I mean, we can get into all that. But I mean, at this point, we've talked about Pokemon Day. There's really not much more like news. Like I said, it was a light week. So I mean, realistically, I think thank you all for listening or watching or whatever you did. Definitely, if you liked it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that junk. You know what to do. You've been here before.
You certainly do.
Yeah, and honestly, leave comments for us if there's any topics you want us to discuss, any questions you guys have, your opinions on things. We genuinely love reading them, even if it's saying that we're grown men who need validation from a video game or whatever it was. Like, honestly, that sort of stuff. Yeah, exactly. That sort of stuff makes us laugh, like, honestly. So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, we appreciate anybody and everybody taking the time. So, definitely. So, we will see you guys next week, and hopefully we'll have some more news.
Yeah. See you next week.
See ya.
Bye.